Hi guys, I'm your mentor Devanshu and I welcome you all to the Economics and Social Issues session on EduTap. And guys, today we are going to discuss the top PIB news from 12th to 16th of July 2021. And guys, that's why today's session is going to be very useful for you from the exam point of view, because today we are going to discuss the top PIB news. So guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the lectures. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. And guys, I want to wish you a happy Eid. And guys, on this festive season, we are also running a flat 35% off on our all courses. For example, on the RBI Grade B course, NABARD Grade A course, SEBI Grade A course and combo courses. On all these courses guys, we are running a flat 35% off. Kindly reap this opportunity by using the code EID35, which is available only till 23rd of July 2021. So guys, please mark the date here that this opportunity that you are having is only available till 23rd of July 2021. So guys, kindly go and reap the opportunity very soon. Okay guys, so now guys, we are also running a daily exam booster series for all of you to complement your current affairs preparation. And guys, under this series we are running a general awareness series, ESI current affairs series and a reports and indices series. So guys, now let's move on to the session. Let's get started. So guys, today's topic of the day are that we are going to discuss in today's session are the Green Hydrogen Mobility Project and the School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. So guys, these are the two very important topics which have been recently covered in PIB and they are very important from the exam point of view. Now let's discuss them one by one, and now let's first discuss the Green Hydrogen Mobility Project. So guys, recently the NTPC subsidiary Renewable Energy Limited has signed an MOU with the UT of Ladakh, that is the Union Territory of Ladakh, and Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council in order to implement India's first green hydrogen mobility project. So guys, this particular thing is very important from the exam point of view. And guys, if we talk about this particular news, then guys, this particular news, as we can relate it to our syllabus, then guys, it is related to the sustainable development and environmental issues. So guys, this is why this particular news is important, because it is directly related to our syllabus. So guys, now if you talk about this particular news, when this India's first green hydrogen mobility project will be implemented, then guys, it will enable Ladakh to be developed as a carbon free economy. And guys, it is also as per the vision of the Indian Prime Minister of seeing Ladakh as a carbon neutral economy. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And guys, after the implementation of this India's first green hydrogen mobility project in the Union Territory of Ladakh, then guys, Leh will become the India's first city to implement a greenhouse based mobility project with zero emission. So guys, now this particular thing is also very important from the exam point of view. And why so? Because Leh is going to be India's first city to implement a green hydrogen based mobility project with zero emission. And guys, apart from that, recently NTPC has also planned to ply 5 hydrogen buses in the Union Territory of Ladakh, and it is also going to set up a solar plant as well as a green hydrogen generation unit in Leh. So guys, these are also some targets which have been mentioned by the NTPC, and it is going to implement in the coming years. So guys, now see, we have discussed about the India's first green hydrogen mobility project. Now guys, this particular project is under the National Hydrogen Mission. So guys, now see that and discuss that what exactly this National Hydrogen Mission is. So guys, when we talk about the National Hydrogen Mission, then guys, it was announced by the Indian government, and guys, it was announced by the Indian Finance Minister during the Union Budget 2021. And guys, this particular mission aims to develop India into a global hub for the manufacturing of hydrogen and fuel cells technologies. And guys, how this is going to be done? For this, the research and development goal oriented research and development will take place. So government is going to encourage the goal oriented research and development in the hydrogen technologies, and guys, it is also going to provide facilitative policy support for the advancement of this particular technology. And guys, apart from that, it is also going to put up a robust framework for the standards and regulations for these hydrogen technologies. And guys, when these technologies will be developed and will reach a new level, then government of India is going to facilitate the demand creation in identified segments, so that these technologies will be very efficiently used in those segments. And guys, these segments can be like for the use of green hydrogen in the industry, such as the fertilizer, steel, petrochemicals, etc. And guys, it can also be used for the transportation as well. So guys, that was all from the National Hydrogen Mission, which is very important. And guys, it is also a very important step from the Indian government towards the renewable energy. So guys, apart from that, NTPC has also revised its targets, and guys, it has said that it is going to set up 60 gigawatt renewable capacity by year 2032. And guys, recently also it has said that it has also set up India's largest floating solar project, whose capacity is 10 megawatt at Vishakhapatnam. So guys, now see, that was all from the this particular news. But now there is a homework for you, that you are required to tell me that what are the different initiatives which have been taken by the Indian government to encourage the use of renewable energy and to move towards more renewable energy. And you are also required to tell me in the comment section below that what are the different targets that Indian government has set up to achieve in terms of renewable energy capacity. So guys, please answer these questions in the comment section below. Now let us discuss the very next topic of the today's session, that is School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. So guys, this particular training program has been recently launched by the Union Education Minister and the Tribal Affairs Minister. And guys, this particular ambassador training program aims to train 50,000 CBSE school teachers. And guys, if we talk about this particular program, then guys, this particular program has been launched with a collaboration by the four entities. And guys, these four entities are the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Guys, this innovation cell is the flagship initiative of the Ministry of Education, which aims to foster the culture of innovation among the higher education institutions. And guys, apart from that, it was also collaborative effort of the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, the Central Board of Secondary Education, that is the CBSE, and AICTE, that is All India Council for Technical Education. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Guys, this was the very first parameter which you are required to cover when you are covering this news, because whenever such kind of program are being released or are being launched, then guys, you are always try to see that the questions are being asked in the exam on the same lines, that who has released, that what are the entities which have collaborated to launch this particular program. So guys, that's why these four entities becomes very important from the exam point of view. And guys, apart from that, if we talk about the designing of this training program, then guys, it has been designed together by the Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell and AICTE. So guys, these two entities have together designed this particular program. So guys, please mark star here. So this was the collaboration from these four entities, and it has been designed specially by these two entities, that is Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell and All India Council for Technical Education. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's see further and discuss this School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. So guys, if we talk about this training program, it aims to enhance the mentor capacity of the Indian teachers so that they can provide training on. So guys, under this particular program, the Indian teachers will be provided training on the innovation, entrepreneurship, IPR, design thinking, product development, idea generation, among others. And guys, with this, by training the Indian teachers, the Indian government want to make the Indian teachers ambassador of innovation, so that they can train our students and they can make our students future ready, so that they will inculcate the culture of innovation among the Indian students, so that they will nurture the innovation capabilities of these students, so that they can come up with the new ideas to develop and to innovate the India. Okay, so guys, apart from that, this particular program is also going to provide quality education to children in the tribal areas. So guys, how it will be possible, let us discuss that in detail. So guys, Adi Prashikshan portal was also released by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. And guys, if we talk about this particular portal, then guys, this particular portal has been released by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Okay, so guys, if we talk about this Adi Prashikshan portal, it is the central database for all the training programs which are being conducted across the country by the nodal agencies. And guys, these nodal agencies can be like the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, it can be the state departments as well. So it is this particular portal is a central database, and guys, it is also a one point information hub where you can find every information about the programs which are being run all over, which are being conducted across the country. And guys, you can access the information about different parameters such as the resource persons, master trainers, participants, as well as the training resource materials. And guys, apart from that, it is also a host of the repository of training resources, manuals, audio and visual training materials. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to you. So when this particular portal will be integrated with this particular program, then guys, it is really going to be a very boom, it is really going to impact positively to this particular program. The results of this program will also enhance. And guys, apart from that, the minister has also announced that they are going to establish 740 Eklavya model residential schools in the coming 3 years in the tribal dominated areas. That's how it will provide quality education to children in tribal areas. So guys, please mark a star here. This number is very important, that they are going to establish 740 Eklavya model residential school in the next 3 areas. So guys, this timeline as this number is very important. That's why I'm stressing again and again. And guys, see, you can directly relate this particular topic with your syllabus as well. If you talk about this particular news, guys, as this particular news is related to education, so guys, in our syllabus it is related to the social sector education. So guys, this is the topic from the syllabus from which we can directly relate it, and that's why every news which is related to our syllabus becomes very important from the exam point of view. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's move ahead and discuss at what exactly this Eklavya model residential school is. So guys, if we talk about the Eklavya model residential school program, so guys, these are the different schools which provide education to for the 6th to 12th class students. So what is different about this Eklavya model residential school? So guys, this was launched by Indian government in 1997-1998, and guys, it is a Ministry of Tribal Affairs initiative. And guys, with the help of these schools, this particular ministry aims to impart quality education to the residential education to the scheduled tribes children in remote areas. So guys, now the question arises that who is going to establish these Eklavya model residential schools, and who is going to manage these Eklavya model residential schools? So guys, we have an answer to this particular question, as this particular function will be done by NEST. Now you must be thinking that what exactly this NEST is. So guys, this NEST is the National Education Society for Tribal Students. So guys, this particular National Education Society for Tribal Students has been set up under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, to establish and manage these Eklavya model residential schools. And guys, you can also see this here. So in this manner, Eklavya model residential schools will impart quality education to the scheduled tribe children in the remote areas, and when it will be integrated with the SIATP program, that is the School Innovation Ambassador Training Program for the teachers, then guys, it will give wings to the children who are studying in the Eklavya model residential school, as these teachers will be able to inculcate the the culture of innovation among the students who are also studying in the Eklavya Model Residential School. So guys, now I hope that this particular news is very much clear to all of you. Now guys, there is a homework for all of you. You are required to tell me in the comment section below about the recent initiatives taken by the Indian government in the education sector to promote education. And guys, what are the initiatives? Such as National Education Policy. So you are required to tell me in the comment section below about the NEP. You are required to tell me in the comment section below about the Nishtha program. And you will also tell me in the comment section below about the Diksha program. So guys, please, this is the homework for all of you. Kindly answer the question in the comment section below, because this is going to help you that how we can relate different things with how these things are related to our syllabus and they are important from our exam point of view. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear. So guys, that was all from the today's session. Now let us move towards a small MCQ series, with the help of which we will see that whether we have gathered the key takeaways from this session or not. Because in the exam you are required, you are going to face the exam, you are going to face the questions in the form of multiple choice questions. That's why I have brought here a small MCQ series for all of you for your preparation of these two important news from the PIB. So guys, the first question is here on your screen, and you are required to tell me in the comment section below that name the Indian city which will soon become India's first city to implement a green hydrogen based mobility project with zero emissions. So guys, India's first city. See, that's why this is very important, because it is going to become India's first city to implement a green hydrogen based mobility project. Guys, the options are Leh, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Hyderabad, Lucknow. And guys, please answer the question in the comment section below. And guys, the right answer to this question is option A, that is Leh. So guys, now let's move on to the next question of today's session. And guys, the next question is, which one of the following public sector units have signed an MOU with the UT of Ladakh and LAHDC to set up the country's first hydrogen mobility project? So guys, please answer the question in the comment section below. The options are NHPC Limited, NLC India Limited, Coal India Limited, NTPC Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. So guys, please answer the question in the comment section below that which one of the following public sector units have signed this MOU with the UT of Ladakh. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option D, that is NTPC. So guys, on these lines only you are going to face the questions in the exam, and that's why they are important from the exam point of view, and that's why we are discussing these questions on the same lines, so that you will be prepared for the exam and you will be ready for the exam to ace the exam successfully. So guys, now let's move on to the next question from the today's session. And guys, the next question is, as per the recently released SIATP program, that is the question says, recently July 2021, Union Education Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan and Tribal Affairs Minister Shri Arjun Munda has jointly launched the School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. And you are required to tell me that which one of the following statement is not correct as per the above mentioned package. So guys, see, please carefully read the question. It is asking about the not correct statement. Okay, so you are required to find out that which statement is not correct as per this particular training program. So guys, kindly quickly go through these four statements and tell me in the comment section below that whether which one of the following statements are incorrect as per this particular training program. So guys, if you talk about the very first statement, then guys, it says School Innovation Ambassador Training Program has been launched for 50,000 school teachers. So guys, this is absolutely right, because we have discuss this in our today's session. Moving on to the next statement, it says it is a collaborative effort by the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, CBSE and AICTE. Once again, it is a correct statement. Now guys, let's move on to the next statement. It says it aims to train school teachers on innovation, entrepreneurship, IPR, design thinking, product development, idea generation, among others. So guys, once again, this is a correct statement as per the School Innovation Ambassador Training Program. Now let's see the statement number D. It says the program has been designed by the Innovation Cell for the Ministry of Education and AICTE for school teachers. So guys, once again, the last statement is also correct. That means all of the above are correct. That means option E is the right answer. So guys, that's how you are required to remember all the key takeaways, all the key information from this particular news to answer these kind of questions in the exam successfully. And that's why we are framing this question on the same line, so that you have enough of the practice of solving these kind of questions. So guys, that was all from the today's session. I hope that you must have find this session useful and fruitful. And guys, if you have any query, then guys, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So guys, if you have liked the session, please give a thumbs up in the comment section below. And guys, now I will be meeting the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.